Hello, hello, and welcome to the Book Buzz Show. I'm your host, Cheryl Brooks. And if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. And if you enjoy the upcoming show, please like, follow, subscribe, and share the broadcast so others can also see it. And excuse me, I'm getting distracted because something just popped up in front of me on the screen. One moment. All right, let's try this again. All right, I got that down. All right, so because this is your first time on the show, LaShawn Vasser, can you give us a little background so people can, as far as like the genre you write in and how you got started?
Absolutely. For those who don't know me, I am LaShawn Vasser. I write contemporary romance, specifically BWWM, Black Woman, White Male, Interracial Romance.
Okay.
Um, Typically, my books center women, Black women who are strong and powerful, and I like to try to put them in careers that or spaces that most people feel like we shouldn't occupy.
Hmm.
So those are typically the types of books that I enjoy writing. And of course, it's heavy on the romance, a lot of slow burn. So for those who like slow burn romances, I'd love for you to check out one of mine if you haven't already. I've been writing since 2013.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been around for a good little bit here, and I have released probably about 40 different novels and novellas during that time.
Oh, good. Good number.
Yeah,
Congratulations on that.
thank you.
All right. So, and like you were saying about the careers and professions, that's one of the things that I love too is I'm drawn to characters that have unique professions. And so that is actually what drew me to book one when I first read Full Throttle. That and the cover, as I was telling you, I love the cover.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
actually, let me see if I can pull up the cover for you all. Hi, Ola. Thank you for joining us. This is a good one for you, Ola.
Hi there. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right, let's see. Is it gonna show? Oh, I forgot I had the thing
You
on.
got the thing in the back. Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
Katina is gonna pull it up.
I'm gonna pull that up.
But yeah, so the cover and the synopsis is what drew me to it. Um, because I love reading unique professions and finding out about different careers and fields that I didn't know about.
Is that
Yep, that's
good?
Full Throttle 2. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful cover.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's showing good. Hey, Francis, this is a good one for you, Francis.
Hey,
Have you read
Francis.
LaShawn Vassar before? If not, be sure to check out Full Throttle 1 and 2.
Put it
Thank
on your bucket
thank
list.
All right. Okay, so how did the idea come about as far as what made you decide to write about a NASCAR first black female driver? How did that concept come about?
Concepts kind of just drop on me from any place. And one night, my husband and I were watching ESPN, and um, I'm not sure if the ladies here are familiar with Formula One racing or Lewis Hamilton. Yes, he,
Big fan.
I'm a huge fan of his.
Huge fan.
And I just started thinking about it. It's like, do we have how many romance novels do we have that center the woman? Like
Right.
we have lots of sports romances, lots of NASCAR and F1 romances, but typically it is the hero who is
True.
the driver.
That's right.
And again, I wanted to center the woman. So she's not an alpha woman per se,
Right.
but she is strong in her um she's strong in her thoughts and what she wants. And those are the types of women that I enjoy writing. And I like heroes who allow the woman to be soft and strong, vulnerable and strong. So I just started thinking about it, and I was like, he was going through some drama during that F1 um, race at that time and with his teams. And I was like, you know what? That might be an interesting concept for a book. So it started from there, just from watching 20 seconds of ESPN.
Okay. And see, you just see how inspiration can come from anywhere. I love it.
Anywhere, from
Yes.
anywhere.
And what's the name of the guy again? Because I am not familiar with.
Lewis Hamilton. He's
Lewis
very
Hamilton, baby.
he's like the only man of color on the F1 circuit.
Oh,
And
really?
he
Okay.
is-
Yes.
he's a winner. He's a champion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you know when I read Full Throttle, so we're gonna jump around between Full Throttle and Full Throttle 2.
Okay.
When I read Full Throttle, I went, okay, I'm looking for, okay, are there any Black female NASCAR drivers? And I didn't see anything pop up, but I looked again this time, and one lady popped up, but then it had like some negative stuff, like
Yeah.
I can't remember what her name was now. Tia, I think Tia something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the only one that I actually have heard of that's a female is Danica Parker.
Yes.
She's the most popular one that I've heard of.
Mhm.
And then I did find a first Black female NASCAR crew
Yeah,
pick.
pit crew.
Yeah, pit crew.
Mhm.
Yeah. I did find that. So I was like, okay, so you got me where you, at least I was looking. I'm like, okay, I need to find out if is there any.
And that is a space that we just in general do not occupy. But while this is a sports romance, I will say that you do not have to be a lover of NASCAR or F1 in order to enjoy a full
Right.
1 and 2.
Right.
Yeah.
And I agree with that because I'm not really into racing like that, but I was all in. I was all in on both books. Because you give us so much more than just the racing.
We're
But
in
even
the
with
car
the
and
racing, it
everything.
was so much, it was so much like just adrenaline. I was like
I know.
on the edge of my seat. Okay. Now what kind of research did you have to do, especially with book 1 when you first started?
Well, a lot, because I was not necessarily a fan of NASCAR. So I didn't know the rules. I had to start from scratch. I watched a lot of movies and videos and YouTube and just different websites, just trying to figure out. So I spent about maybe 5 months just researching it before I decided to write it. But again, I tried to write it in a way where like the story is central to the James family, right? So it's about family. It is about gracefully growing older. It is about starting over. It's about letting go, some control there. It is about sexism, misogyny. It's about an alpha man wanting to take care of his woman and book 2, not necessarily wanting her to be in the career that she's in, not realizing that this is who she is, not something that she does.
Right.
So it's about legacy,
Yes, definitely.
I thought between the 2 books, I tried to touch on a lot of different themes, but within there, I wanted to give you a little bit of action to like build up, like this is really what it's all about. I wanted you to feel like you were in the arena. I wanted you to feel the adrenaline. And for some of those people who might pop in, who have read some of my books, there is a character that shows up in the very beginning of chapter 1, who was a part of my Storm series. And so that's like an Easter egg in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Gina Lee Zhao. So.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now I have a few fun questions that I started asking some romance authors when they come on. So,
Okay.
um, okay, so what is one of your favorite romantic gestures made by one of your characters?
Okay. So I loved. I was trying to think of. You said favorite, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's hard, but um, I have my most recent release. Until the I'm drawing a blank here. Runway Clears. In that book, there is a scene where, oh, it's so hard to describe, verbally, where the hero and the heroine are trying to reconnect, and
Okay.
and they're trapped in this snowstorm in Chicago, and they have to. All the rooms are booked, of course, so they have to share a room, and
Mhm.
they're without luggage or anything. And I thought the most romantic gesture was him taking her on the shopping spree, buying her a coat and making sure it's zipped up and warm and cozy and snug in a bug, like just him taking care of her.
Okay.
So I like that. I thought that was a really sweet gesture.
Yeah, I love it anytime that you see the man being concerned about basically the female and like you said
Yeah,
and making sure they're
Mhm.
comfortable and
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
see them smile and just the
he
little
wants to
things.
take
Yeah.
care of her
Mhm.
on all of
Mhm.
her needs. So she was cold. And of clothes.
Ah,
Let's steal
love
this.
it.
Let's spend this billionaire's money.
Right, right, right. Okay, so what's the most overused romantic cliche that you secretly love? And there's a
Um,
lot of them.
okay, so it is the slow burn enemies to lovers.
Okay.
In my case, it's typically a frenemy to lovers.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
think,
clever.
but I love that trope. I love it. I like the secret babies too.
Then that definitely is one that's overdone,
Yes.
but it's unique to every story. So every author puts their
We
own
all
little
try to
spin
make
on
it
it.
unique.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Hey Myra, thank you for joining us. This is a good one for you, Myra.
That secret baby is amazing.
Right.
And it's really good when there's like three or four of them.
Oh
Quadruplets.
my goodness. I think we did read one like
Right.
that, didn't we? We
Me
did.
too.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so when you're in the mood for a good romance, what's your go-to movie?
I was talking to my daughter about this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, back in the day, it used to be love and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But that in 2026, that's controversial now.
I see a lot
I'm
of people
like,
saying that now.
I'm like, so I was like, I don't think I can say that now. I have to
Can't
think of
say no
something else.
more.
And I was like, it's Black History Month, so I can't do a walk in the clouds. So I'm like, let me think about this. But I mean, it's poetic justice. Like I'm older, so you don't get the older movies from me. So
Mhm. Yeah.
Jason's Lyric,
Jason Lear I still love that. Still,
yeah,
I haven't watched it in a while, but just love the intimacy in the
I have
movie.
them on DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
And every
Mm-hmm.
now and again, I
They
pull
pull it
out
out.
that DVD player.
Oh yeah, but I love that one. What's the
Yeah.
other one where was that Jason Lyric when he washed her feet?
Yes.
Yes.
That was it.
No.
Yep. Okay.
Was it
Yep.
Jason's
Yep.
Lyric?
No, that was what's his
No, that was
name?
with Blair Underwood. Wasn't that the one? Oh wait, that was Jason's
Y'all
Lyric.
help us out in the
Well, he was
in
on
the
the
audience.
river, right? At the
Yeah, that was
I think it
Jason's Lyric.
was Jason's
It
Lyric.
What was
was. It
Jason's
was.
name? It
Yeah.
was I forget the curly hair guy
Because
name.
I was over here thinking, oh, that would set it off. But no, it was
I know.
Jason.
'Cause I was like,
I'm like, that wasn't really a romance.
What was that? We don't know.
But I love that scene. I love that scene.
I do too. Oh my
And then
God.
when her girlfriend said, "Girl, he washed your feet."
I know. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh man. Hey Isla, thank you for joining us. It's a good one for you, Isla.
Yes, Lynn.
Okay, so did you do were you able to do what's on your bookshelf as far as
Okay.
rerecs?
So look, this is the thing. It's been a little challenging to get a lot of reading in, right?
Yeah.
So I have, like, am I supposed to show it from my phone?
Yeah, if you don't have the physical copy, you can just show the or you
Okay.
can just tell us the name of the
can
book
just
and the
tell us, yeah.
author.
Okay, so right now I am reading from Katrina Cyan. She's a newer author, Political Games. And anybody who know me in real life, they know that I am a political junkie person.
Okay.
Now, the last 2 years have been kind of crazy, so not as much.
Right.
It's like, okay, self-care, self-care. But up until that point, like, I love political thrillers.
Okay.
So I've been reading that. That's what I'm reading now. Peyton Banks, Falling for Her Cowboy. She's such an amazing author. I absolutely adore her work.
Okay.
And
I love cowboy stories too, so
mhm.
Mhm.
And because I love a good cowboy.
Mhm.
And then I've been reading Sienna Minks.
one of my favorites. She's been on the show.
Yeah, that poison, what is it? The Poison Cherry
Oh, Poison
series.
Cherry, yeah.
Book 3, I think. Killer
I
Cupcake.
still need to finish the series, but yes, book 1 I
Mhm.
love.
And like those are like some of the romance novels that I read, but I spend time too, like Atomic Habits. Like, I just feel like you never can learn enough. So I'm constantly reading books on craft.
Okay.
And being self-published, there's 1,000,005 different things that you have to do in a day. So
Mm-hmm.
continuously trying to maximize every minute of my day that I'm awake, because it's never enough time to get everything done. So that's this book. It's The Manager.
I need that myself.
Right? So yeah, but I
love
do
that.
try to, like, my goal is to read one romance novel, especially in my genre, a month. But I'm a little behind. But that is my goal. I think last year I might have done 9. I didn't get all 12.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's pretty good though. What you writing, and do you also work another job besides the your writing?
I do. I do.
Okay, so yeah,
Mhm.
that's pretty good for doing both. Um, okay, so we'll get into the books and the characters a bit. Um, for those who are new to the series, can you give us a brief overview of what it's about? You kind of got a brief, you kind of got a good idea from what we said before, but
So the Full Throttle series, the Checker Flag series, it is about the James family, specifically Kobe James and her cousin Lila James.
Mhm.
Uh, Kobe is featured in book 1, and she's still featured in book 2, but I brought Lila's story a little bit to the forefront. They're a race car family. Um, it started with just her family's love of racing. It started from her father, her brother, who she idolized. Um, he was going to be the next greatest, best driver on the circuit. But because of some shenanigans and racism and things of that nature, he was killed on the court, and she saw it. She may have, I think she was a young girl at the time, but that left a major imprint on her.
Right.
But she was always a skillful driver herself. She left a career in Washington, D.C. as a lobbyist to come back home to help her family because she found out that they were in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And that started a brand new journey of her and meeting the Lockwoods, um, because they actually became the owner of the race car um, team that she raced for. And her love affair with uh, Liam Lockwood, and them just being so different. That family, the Lockwood family, they didn't have absolutely anything to do with the driving circuit. Liam's younger brother, Brian, was a hothead and making reckless decision
Mm-hmm.
caused them to get in a bit of trouble and have to purchase that team to try to keep the family business, to try to keep things from getting too out of control. Because
Right.
there was a mafia family who was this is not a mafia book, but it had a little bit in the early parts of the book, had a little bit of mafia overtones. So you had the James family hooking up with the Lockwood family.
Right.
That's why, literally and figuratively.
Right. They kind of merged
Yeah.
business wise and
Yeah,
romantically.
Mhm.
yeah.
Um,
And
two
that
brothers, yeah, two brothers and two sister
cousins.
and a cousin.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, two cousins.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
But
so, yeah.
no, go ahead.
So like I was saying earlier, for people who are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to read about a NASCAR book. I don't watch that. I don't know anything about that. It is more about family, like I
Mm-hmm.
was saying, legacy. Um, it's about growing older. It's
Mhm.
about allowing family to make mistakes and still love them in spite of and
Mm-hmm.
support them. They are loving and fierce families on both sides, and they
Mm-hmm.
will do whatever they need to do to make sure um, their people are successful.
Right.
Like Liam did for Colby in book one to make sure that she was going to be able to make that race.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I love too that you bring it's so many elements to the story. Like we were saying earlier, besides the racing, but the racing too. I loved how you show because I think when I read a book, when I think something was in the news about the noose that was found um, with one of the drivers, the black drivers.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
And then so when it came in when Kobe had to deal with that,
Yeah.
I love that aspect of it, that
Uh-huh.
you brought it around.
Hmm.
Um
All
she
you want to
been
do is drive. All you
yeah, she
want to
been
do is
dealing with it,
Talk
man, since
about it.
book one about how they did not want they were so threatened by her just being a black female.
just being there,
Yes.
just her
Email.
presence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But and that's something that, like, when I write, I do try to write stories that I think people can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as Black women, most of us can relate to Kobe James and Lila.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
may not can specifically relate to being a race car driver, but if you've worked any place, or just being Black in America, it's just one of those things where you see the roadblocks, you see the microaggressions, you see the macroaggressions, so
Right.
aggressions.
Mhm.
So I think that was part of my journey when I was trying to write the book. So I wanted to make it relatable as well.
Yeah, it definitely was just from the family aspect too, because I can just imagine her father. Um, it's a sport that he loves, but he already lost one child to it already,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and now he has his daughter doing it, but he doesn't want to discourage her. But I can't even imagine the tightrope that he's, as far as his emotions and all of that.
Mhm.
Um, That's why too I could imagine what Liam was going through with, because I can't even imagine you being, your partner is in such a dangerous
Yeah.
field. I guess it's the same if somebody is a police officer or a firefighter or
Mhm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But
the career in itself is dangerous, but
mhm.
then when you have people actively trying to
Right.
Yeah.
and harm you on the circuit,
That
that's another piece to it. And
Mhm.
he's so used to taking control, right? He's so
Right.
used to fixing it and making it better.
right.
And this is a whole nother beast. There's nothing he can do but support her. And his journey is trying to figure out how to do that.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I like the way you brought it around, as far as him figuring out how to do that.
Mhm.
And the brotherly support that he was getting from Brian.
But there was a conversation had, I believe, at some point between Cyrus and Liam about that. And he
Mhm.
was like, what are you going to do about your daughter? And he's like, do you not think that this is a concern for me? Like, but he
Mhm.
knew what racing meant to her.
Mhm.
So what do you do? Feed her
Exactly.
ambition or,
Right.
Mhm.
so they
And I,
both
yeah, and I think Liam, even at the end of book one, I don't really think he got it. He got it, but he didn't get it.
Yeah.
That
Right.
was the essence of who she was. It's like,
Mhm.
if I can't race, I don't
Right.
want to breathe.
Right.
And I don't think he got that part by the end of book one.
No, because even in book two, he was like, she had to let him know, this
Yes,
is
it
part of who I
is.
am. It's in my DNA. But and his thing is like when she, had the spill, and then she talking about her next, and he's like, "Are you look? You just got in the hospital. What's wrong with you?"
Hey.
So I saw both of their points of view.
You know what they always say, right? If you ride a horse, you fall off, you got to get right back up.
Girl.
Right.
And in her brain, she's like, I got to get right back up.
Right, because she was counting the days. Like, okay, so I got 3 days.
Right.
Yeah.
With the what is the protocol? They
Yes.
had to like wait like a few days,
Mhm.
and then she came
Mhm.
right back, and she's like, "Okay, cool. So by Saturday we be good." He's like, "Are you serious right now?"
Right.
Right.
And he's not. He was never like he never dated a black woman before. He's never dated. He was a billionaire. I'm sure the women that he dated was so far removed from Kobe James,
Yeah.
independent. I don't need you for anything. I want you in my life. I need you to guard my heart. I don't need you to tell me what to do, or
Right.
in that way. So yeah, he
You
he had
know,
to figure some things out.
and then in book two,
Uh-huh.
you brought in another element that a lot of women in different industries have to deal with, where her manager was telling her that she needed to play up her attributes basically and look more like a model, not an athlete.
Mhm.
And she knew how important it was for them to get sponsors. So she fell down that rabbit hole where she wasn't taking care of herself, and all the
Yep.
people around her are seeing her, get smaller and smaller. Like, what's going on?
Mhm.
Um, but that was interesting. That was an interesting storyline to me.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, when you're one of or the first,
Hmm.
you have to set that example for everybody, and that weight probably,
Hmm.
I would think, is very heavy. And
Hmm.
so she didn't want to let her family down. She didn't want to let her foundation down. She didn't want to let other women who were coming behind her down.
Right.
So it was a lot. So she was like, okay, if this is what I have to do to make sure that we're successful, then this is what I'll do. But she didn't realize the toll it was taking on her. It was just, okay, do this, move to the next, do this, move to the next. Da 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 da. So
Hmm. I thought she would be a little stubborn too at the end of afterwards too, because she saw how everybody was, worried about her, and when Lila brought in her
The bacon.
breakfast,
No,
and
the
she would not,
bacon.
would not eat, and Liv was about to force feed her.
yeah, she was being stubborn.
She's like, "Fran, I'm eating the bacon. Look, I'm eating Jesus." But that was such a moment because everything happened all at once. It was just like from the bacon to like management to like Liam. It was like boom, boom.
Yeah, found out about the article that was about to come out, the expose. Yeah.
And I felt like that might have been something I personally would have done myself. You know, a lot of times you write these characters and it's not you, it's really fictional. But in that case, it's like, okay, look, now I am being stubborn. Y'all not gonna tell me what to do.
Right.
Everybody got it. It was like, good Lord.
Yes. But I love that scene too. I just like the dynamic of their relationship, and I love them in book 1 too. Okay, so we're gonna get to Brian and Lila and their dynamic.
Okay.
Now, Brian, I thought the scene where Lila's past comes back, trying to rear his ugly head, and she decides that she is going to tell Brian everything, and she comes over to the house. They have, even from when they were in college, is the communication was not always there. And that scene really showed that, where she thought that it was another female there just because of the way he was acting.
Yeah.
Why can't go back there? Why can't go back there?
Right. It was strange the way he closed the door.
How are you supposed to go back there in that room? Who back there? No. What you doing?
That's where I probably would have stormed straight to the door. Like, what's going on? But she had that was a trigger for her based off of what she had went through with Carrington.
Yes.
So she didn't even want to have no parts of it.
No, I've been there and done that. I'm not setting the clock on that one. Yeah.
Right, because I think he even said, "Is that how you go? Is that your response to thinking somebody is here?" And she like, "What you want me to do?"
Yeah, hurt his feelings.
Sorry, not sorry.
Right.
Yeah,
I guess he wanted her to be screaming and all kinds of stuff. But.
No, well, he did say it was quite challenging to be with a James woman. So,
right. I mean, and keep in mind too their history, right? So I'm not, you left me in a place and never even gave me an opportunity to explain what happened, even though I know it looked how it looked, but you never gave me that opportunity. So she hadn't built up that level of trust with him. Like, hey, if this is what you're doing, I'm out.
Yeah,
and she could have been to me. She had every right to even not want to have anything to do with him. He loved her in a vulnerable, even though he didn't know, but a vulnerable state.
Yep.
Yeah.
How would I feel, if that were me and I was walking in based on our history and
yeah.
And then too, wait a minute, my battery is going down on my thing. And then too, I like the dynamic between Brian and Liam, because Brian looks up to his brother, and his brother's this big successful billionaire, but he wants to, show that he has what it takes to make it on his own. So that's another thing that him and Kobe had in common. When people were trying to help them, they were so stubborn, and he was like, "No."
But he did have it though. He had it together.
He did in the end have it together. But Liam trying to help, and he's like, "No." But and I get it to an extent. But I'm like, okay, you need help. you need the help. But I like that. I like their dynamic and their closeness, because even though he wanted to do it on his own, he still had a lot of love and respect for his brother, and vice versa.
Because even when that part at the end, and when he's like, "You need my help," and he's like, "No, but you can come along and hang out."
He watched his brother, so what was his saying? Always have a backup to the backup,
right?
So he learned that, and one of the things that I wanted to show with Brian was just his progression of maturity from book 1 to book 2. In book 1, it was, I need your help. being a support to Liam. But in book 2, I feel like it flipped a little bit. I feel like Brian, like Liam may have had like all the book smarts or smarts in business or whatever, but when it came to the human heart, he didn't have that level of maturity. And Brian did. Like Brian was acting out because he was hurt. He from all those years ago. But he had a little bit more emotional maturity than Liam did when it came to relationships. So I felt like it flipped a little bit in terms of him trying to give him advice to give Liam a little bit of advice.
Yeah, because he was more of an emotional support for him with his relationship with Kobe.
Yeah.
So that was a difference because he had come a long way
from meeting him in chapter 1. They're about to fight at the come to fisticuffs,
right? Oh man.
So and now it's like nothing can separate them,
right? And I like too that, and I like too that Carrington and his wife got their desserts too.
Yes, Carrington was a whole mess, and so was his wife. So they deserved it. They deserved more, but I gave them mercy and grace.
Right, because they did.
I gave them a little mercy. I don't know. Book 3, I don't know.
Because you can tell what he say. He said it's not over. So that told me that he's still gonna be some mess.
Not over.
But
it's not over. That ego is a beast.
Yes. Now another interesting dynamic I like, relationship dynamic, was Lila and her mother. Because in the beginning I'm like, okay, what's up with her mother? The way she criticized her and was so hard on her and basically always telling her, okay, when she told her forget about getting a degree, you just use your looks. But that's how she did though. That's how she
did. Yeah. And that was, different time, and beauty is currency. That is how her mother saw it.
Yeah.
And she felt like at this age, youth is currency as well. And you letting your youth go by on what? What are you gonna do with that degree once you get it? Right. So she was 1,000% wrong, but that was how she, plus she felt like I wasted my youth. I wasted my, beauty. I wasted it. I don't want you to do the same. And now I'm back here in this small town that I absolutely hate, that I tried to run away from because I don't have anywhere else to go. I don't have any money. I'm borrowing money from my brother, So she did not want that for her daughter, but going the way she went about trying to.
It came out the wrong way because it came off like. Because in the beginning I was looking at her like, okay, what kind of mother is this?
And then you can understand how they could come to that point when Colby was like, "Yeah, that's your mama. Hold up,
right? Like they're about to come to blows,
right? It was gonna,
right. There's still a level of respect, right?
Yeah,
your mom, And then
sometimes it can be hard, I guess.
I know. Take a breath. Right.
No, but I like too when Big Brother told her what was what. Like
he said, "Sit down."
If you came here to do anything that's going, interfere with Lila and what she got going on, then you can leave.
Yep.
And even though he loved his sister, he was willing to, put her out.
I want her spreading that toxicity, and he knew without knowing. He knew, the things that Lila had been through.
Right.
He observed it, and she spent a lot of time there while Mom was off gallivanting on her next adventure. So She was like
he basically was like a another father to her, father figure.
Yep.
More than an uncle, and probably I was about to say Kobe with her, but not because she wasn't no mother figure to even her daughter. So, but
no, but she thought she was. She said,
right. But I came to make sure the girls are.
Girl. She knew that Lockwoods was there with all that money, and she was like, you know what? Let me go help guide these girls and make sure.
Right, that's what she said too.
Lock
Kobe,
it down.
Yeah, that's what she said too. Kobe with a billionaire, but she's still living at home with her father.
Right. Like what is going on here? I need to do a bit more coaching. Yeah.
I like too that we got, like I was saying, people starting over, and turning the page, because we got that with Kobe's father.
Yes.
So I like that, and and that she didn't make a big deal out of it. She just basically wanted her father to be happy.
And I think that is what I love about the James family. They just want each other to be happy. Kobe was like, hold up, what happened? Do I need to
oh yeah.
I'll take these earrings off, if I have
I thought it was gonna be her and I thought it was gonna be both of them when what's her face, the wife
Kelly
pushed Lila.
Oh yeah.
But Lila didn't give Kobe a chance to do nothing anyway, because she was right back she was right back at it.
Yeah.
Brian had to pick her on up, like, come on.
I got this.
Come on, get over here.
We're trying to get sponsors.
Right.
Can't be on the front page of CNN. So yeah.
What I was gonna ask you too. I could not remember who he is at the end. What's his name? Was it Joseph?
Who? What was it? What did he do?
Jason. And I guess he's with Bridget, or he used to be with Bridget, or did you see that, Katina, that part I'm talking about?
Jason and Bridget.
It's been a while since I looked at this book, but I don't remember. What was the scene?
It's at the end. So it looked like it might have been like a setup for
the next one,
the next book.
Oh, okay.
But I was trying to remember who he was, because but it's been a while since I read book one.
Jason, no, that's another Jason. That might have been another book. Jason Rutherford, is that who you're talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the Out of Nowhere series.
Oh, that's with another. Okay,
so series.
So I must not have noticed that it went into another.
Yeah. That's the Out of Nowhere series.
Who is this?
You guys, that is my debut novel. Out of Nowhere. Oh my gosh.
And that's 4 or 5.
I was reading and listening, so that was when I was listening. So I didn't
know it went right into it.
Okay, I'm like, Bridget.
That's why I couldn't remember who he was. I'm thinking, like, was he in book one?
I'm like, I don't know about that one.
He is a billionaire too. Looks like it's outlived.
I love a good billionaire story, and I'm gonna tell you why. I just feel like it's a little bit more flexibility. Like, I live my life middle class already. I know what that looks like. I want the dream, right?
Yes.
So when I write books, I write them for women who want the dream. I want you to be able to take me anywhere. I want you to be able to buy me anything. And not that it is, materialistic. It's just you have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more latitude to be creative. Like if I'm going to whisk you off to an island, or, like in my book, Pieces of Me. I bought her a whole island, and it's like I like that.
I like that too. I take it.
I know that's right.
But you know what? I also love. How did you get into dystopian? Because I read years ago Pulse and all of that, and I loved it. What's the name of that series? I can't remember what the name of the series is. But
it's the high voltage series. It's magnetic pulse, magnetic heat, and magnetic attraction. That is my all-time favorite. Yes. Oh my gosh.
All three.
ladies in the audience, that was a good series too. I read a lot of
Did you read that one?
Yep, I read it.
Oh,
yeah, we both read it. I read it years ago though, and I think did you read it years ago?
Same. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, like that is my ultimate all-time favorite genre. It really is.
And I love it too. Yeah.
I love books that deal with the human nature. Like, how would you react? Like, think, The Walking Dead without the zombies.
Right.
Like, when society breaks down, when systems break down, like, how would you react? How would your neighbor react?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm laughing at Ola. She said that we messing up her Amazon account because now she want to read all of these books.
I did.
And so, oh my goodness. Now, those books I actually did take offline. So they're no longer.
You did? Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they're no longer available for sale. What I find is LaShawn Vasser readers, they are looking for specific books from me.
The romance.
I love billionaires too. And so I think they will be republished, but it'll probably be republished under a different pen name, maybe like L Vasser, so that my readers who enjoy the contemporary romance can, they know that this is LaShawn, but this is these types of books.
I should have got my print copies when I had the chance then. Huh? Good thing you got yours, Katina.
Here it is.
Well, my most recent release prior to this is apocalyptic, is dystopian. So
is that the one that I have told you that I said at first that we were gonna talk about?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still out. So those are still.
Yes.
Which one came first? Pulse and
Pulse came first.
Okay.
The high voltage series came first.
Okay.
And like I said, those are my favorite. My heart is all the way. Like, it's not, like all of my books are my babies. But we're not supposed to admit we do have some favorite children.
Well, you're gonna have to let me know when it's available for me to get the print copies, because I really did love that series.
Thank you. I had so many people say, how did you know this was going to happen? Shortly thereafter, was it maybe like a year later, COVID happened? And people were like, oh my gosh, did you, who have in your circle? Who's in your relationship? And I was like, in my real life, I am a light prepper. And that is
really?
A whole world. That is a whole world that if you go down that rabbit hole, you'll be like, whoa, I didn't even know this even existed. We have a live garden in my family room using hydroponics. So, and my husband's an engineer.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I mean, you can buy them, but it's like, I'm all about the aesthetic in my family room. So it's like, I don't want it, I want it to look pleasing, but also useful.
Right.
So I was like, okay, can you design this for me? And he did. So, I have 5-gallon buckets of rice and beans, flour and sugar. I'm that girl. It's like, so
you're gonna be ready. But you know what? You do start, because like I said, I read a lot of dystopian too. And you start, okay, like, how would you be in a position to be able to survive this and this?
It's a supply chain breakdown.
Point where we don't even know how to garden. So we'd be shoot. It happened here in Michigan, where I am, in New York and Ohio, I believe, years ago, where a transponder had got taken out or something happened to it. So we were without any kind of power, any kind of cell phone service for days. And it really lets you see how much we are dependent on, being on
Now,
the grid.
FYI, if you have an iPhone,
Mm-hmm.
there is a setting on your iPhone that will allow you to connect to the satellite.
Oh, really?
So even though you may not have tower service,
Right.
if you got a clear sky, you can connect to the satellite. Now you won't be able to talk, but you can text.
Okay.
So in the event of an emergency,
okay,
I'm like, okay, Ma, you gotta get rid of that Android. We need to. I need you to get an iPhone. So yeah.
That's good to know, because we were. It was like you were cut off. You couldn't cook. You couldn't do anything. The ice. People were at the height because it was during the summertime. So people were at the ice houses to get the ice, the block ice. You couldn't get gas. It was just it was crazy.
wow.
And it does get you to thinking, if that had lasted longer than 3 days.
Yeah. Well, my family is like, we just come to your house. I'm like, the price of entry is what you got. No.
What you bringing?
Yeah. So no.
Only you can't get them at the library.
Unfortunately, for now, they are off sale, but they will be republished. I don't have a ETA date on that though. But in the meantime, I do have another series called Love Beyond His Walls, and that is an apocalyptic series. Right now, I'm on book 2 of that one. That'll be a 4-book series.
Oh, it is, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what about Full Throttle? Because she probably asked me about that too.
Full Throttle 3 will be released in 2026, but I think it'll be third quarter 2026.
Okay.
Because I don't write very fast, but I am working on the final chapters, book 4. I'm sorry, book 5 in the Out of Nowhere series. So that'll be the final book in that series. So I'm hopeful that can be released in May. The actual anniversary, May 13th, is what I'm targeting.
Okay.
And then I have another Wine, Whiskey, and Lipstick.
Love that too. Ooh. I love that. I think I told you when I read it.
Book 3. So that I want to come out before the end of first quarter. So that's kind of the schedule of what I'm working on for 2026. Okay.
And the one that you just said, Out of Nowhere, is that the one we were just talking about when I thought it was part of the end of Full Throttle? Okay.
I'm like, the X now.
So I need to get So I need to get into that series since you were still writing it. Before I be caught up when you bring out the next one.
Yeah, I think I that was probably one. Like I said, that was my debut novel.
Okay.
Out of Nowhere. It came about at a time when, for a little while, it was during the Barack Obama election, that first term. I worked on a campaign here in the state of Illinois.
Okay.
I was a volunteer. I wasn't a paid worker, but it was like you go. Election happened, and then it's nothing. Mm-hmm. I was looking for something to occupy my time, and I've always written short stories, novellas.
Okay.
And this time I had all this energy, and I was like, where can I channel it? And I was like, you know what? Finish one of those novellas that you started, those short stories that you started. And it turned into Out of Nowhere. When I published it, it originally started off being a story or a tutorial that I was publishing just for myself. I didn't understand how the indie publishing worked. I was a novice at that time. I didn't have a network of friends who were in the industry. It was just me, my love of writing. How you do this? Oh, you do that. This is how you do this.
Yeah.
And hit the submit button. And that book became the most successful selling book to date.
Oh, really? Okay.
I remember. Yeah. But that is how my writing journey truly started. I published in May of 2013, and it was just one of those things. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I know I need a cover, but I'm smart enough to know that you can't just steal somebody's cover. So how do you do that? So I licensed the photo.
A learning curve.
Right. I licensed the photo. I use Microsoft Word. And I formatted it to the best of my abilities and uploaded it to Amazon. And 13 years later, 13 years later, here I am.
I love it.
Yeah. And
Lola is saying, sounds like you have enough to get her through on your books. Yeah, she has a bit of a big enough catalog. Yeah. And then she just mentioned another one that's good. The what is it? Wine, whiskey,
and lipstick.
That's good too for you to check out, Ola. But we're at our time. I can't believe time has gone this fast.
I was just gonna say, if you like slow burn romances, they might be like some of them insta romance, but they tend to be slow burns.
Yeah. But you won't be disappointed on any of them.
Yeah, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, you'll love them. And like I said, if you like unique professions, you'll love Full Throttle. And it's Full Throttle 1 and 2 are out now.
Yeah.
And
they don't end on a cliffhanger. The initial stories are wrapped up.
Yes.
There's a running theme that runs through them, but the overall plot of the books are wrapped up.
Right.
Which I appreciate.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Yes. But again, I love these two books. Like I said, book 1, I made a highlight because I loved it so much.
Well, when we're doing offline, send me your information and I'll send you a copy.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Both of you
I
ladies.
love that cover. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, both of you ladies, send me your information and I'll send you. Well, Miss Katina, what can I send you?
Anything.
you have books I don't even have anymore.
Right.
I don't know what
and I'm gonna start doing like Katina, get them when they want them, because it's another one, a paranormal one that I loved, and I had tried to go back in to get them, and they're off. They're not. Gone. Yeah, they're out of. I'm like, what is going on? So, yeah, only ones I have are the ones that I got. 3 of them that I bought on ebook that are still in my digital library, but the rest of them I can't get right now. So yeah.
Well, let me know in the DMs which books y'all want, and I'll send it. Yeah.
Thank you, LaShawn. I appreciate it, and thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, ladies, for having me. This was fun.
You're welcome, and enjoy your birthday.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, now be in touch.
Okay, take care.
All right, good night. All right, we're gonna get into our second segment, and I hope I haven't done this book already because I talk about it a lot, but I think I've talked about it like in other settings, but not as a highlight.
What book is it? Oh, sorry. You want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
I'm looking like at my books. I've literally gotten all her books. That's crazy.
Have you?
Yeah.
So you already have Full Throttle, the print copy?
No, I had a print.
Okay.
I love it.
So that's one you can ask her for the Full Throttle.
And I had the ebooks for these. But I said, you know what? Let me grab these.
Yeah, it's a good thing you did, because like she said, it's out of print now. Mm-hmm. And I'm going through the same thing right now with The Shade of Vampire. I'm like, I want the books for it.
Right, yeah, I know.
Because that's one of my favorite.
You gotta go to them little thrift ones, the thrift books or something, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I
Okay, so mine, hopefully it'll come up because her when I was trying to do Full Throttle, it wouldn't come up. I don't know what's going on with that. Good night, Ola. Thank you.
Ola.
Okay, so these are both IR. It's actually one book, but it's a part one and part two. So it's one book, but she put them
Okay.
out because of the length. So this one is part one cover, and that's Dimitri's Redemption by Latrivia Welch.
Is that a new cover?
That's the cover she put out when it first came, when she first put it out.
Oh, okay.
I believe, yeah, because it looks like it's the same one that I remember. And since she put out one and two, I noticed when I was looking earlier, it is she did end up combining them where you can get the complete thing instead of just doing one and two separate books.
Right.
Okay, so this is Dimitri's Redemption. This one is part one, which is book 7, and then part 2 was book 8. But like I said, you can. She actually did upload a complete where you can get it combined. Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. William Shakespeare. After killing a fellow Boer on the International Council who sought to hurt his family, billionaire Russian crime boss Dmitry Metlov becomes the target of his old mentor's final death wish. A special hit team is tapped to carry out the assassination, but a sloppy mistake only leaves Dmitry wounded. With a second chance to protect his family, the Metlov family crisis plan is activated. The women of the Metlov family are carted off to an undisclosed location, and the Metlov men head to declare war on one of their own. While trying to protect his family and appeal to his brotherhood, Dmitry is forced to deal with past demons, his own insecurities, and his greatest fear, loss of control. However, his vulnerability might lead him to become an even stronger adversary, especially when his family and friends step up to protect the man who has always protected them. And then part 2 is saying Russian mafia czar Dmitry Metlov has a serious problem. After declaring war on fellow International Council member Eric Popov for the failed assassination attempt on his life, Dmitry is forced to move his entire family to Siberia to keep them safe. However, there is no guarantee that his loved ones won't kill each other. Forced to leave everything behind, emotions run hot when unsettled issues and long-time secrets are exposed. Outside of the compound, things are even worse. Dmitry has to locate and terminate Popov allies in order to gain control of the war and ultimately find and kill Eric. But every death leads him further down the path of destruction. Will he sacrifice everything to get what he wants, or will he sacrifice himself to keep everyone he loves safe?
Wow.
And this, when I tell you, these are the last 2 books in the series, basically. And it packed so much of a punch. You get, and it was very emotional too, because a few of the characters that we had come to love do end up being killed. So, and it's a war, so you're gonna have some casualties.
Right.
So that was difficult. That was difficult, but Latrivia was. I have to give her all her props, because in that mafia romance world, she brings it. I mean, the research alone that you can tell in the book, and then you get so many, like we were talking about with LaShawn, the different layers as far as the family and the found family and all of that is in there as well. But you don't get that action, you're gonna get that brutality. Because Dmitry, he is very lovable when it comes to his family. But everybody else, not so much. Not so much. And he just strikes fear in the hearts of men. But what I love too about this world with the Russian Pravda, as far as in her world, the way she writes it, their brotherhood is definitely a brotherhood. they would just as soon like cut off their own arm or hand than to betray one of their brothers, which is kind of different from what we get in some of the other like mafia where somebody turning on the and all of that. But that's what I appreciated too in this story.
So they were brothers or like brothers in the.
No, they were found family brother. The Brafta is like a brotherhood. Once you make that oath, you in for life. But they really do consider each other a brotherhood. So they is instilled in them that you don't betray your brotherhood.
Right.
But it just, when I tell you, just well done.
So you said these are the last two?
Yeah, those are the last two in the series.
Is it?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
As far as we know, I know some of when I was looking at the reviews, some of them were saying that they were hoping that one day she'll bring out the next generation. But so far, we haven't seen her as far as writing anything or putting anything out in a while.
So the other, this was 7 and 8 or 8 and 9. Which two were these?
It's 7 and 8, but then with the one where she put it all in one book, that one is showing as book 9.
So the ones before that were like the other brothers and their stories, or
it's always Dimitri and his family.
Dimitri. Okay. Okay.
They're the central.
That's interesting. She could do 9 books about one person. Because
Yeah, because it's a lot of them. No, the family is big.
right. And it's always being like the main.
Yeah, because there's always something going on. It's just like with Gio and the Battaglias. He's the main character.
That is true.
And everybody else is around. It's in his orbit. So that's the same thing with Dimitri, because he's the top of the Brafta.
That's true.
Yeah. All righty. And what's your let me pull it up. I had never seen heard of this author when you had sent it to me.
Nada. This is one of the ones that I got from Bray.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. And I said, first of all, it was the cover that they got.
I love that cover.
I had to have it. I didn't even know the story. I didn't read the story. I just want that book because that is amazing. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna crack this. They're small. It's like 100 and some odd pages or so. It's not a long.
Okay, so it's not a large
at all. Book 1. This one here, Jonesing for Love, Marina's Motif. I believe it's by L. Osborne.
Okay.
That one is 160 pages. Book 2 is same title, just says book 2. And that is 150 pages.
Okay.
But it's just a lot of things that just happen. They fast and they fix it and they move on. And it's a lot that goes on. But and there's 2 books so far, I believe. I just read the synopsis real quick. Okay. From adolescence, Marina pined after Econ, her childhood friend turned bodyguard. Out of respect for Marina's late sister Maya, Econ bound himself to a promise that he holds sacred enough to keep him from seeking the one thing his heart truly desires, her. The emotional roller coaster between Marina and Econ quickly derails when the third party steps into their comfortable twosome, threatening the dynamic. A modern-day Dwayne Wayne comes through and shows Marina what a man is supposed to be and how good things do not come to those who wait, but to those who take. As the temperature rises between the trio of lovers, friendships are tested, and the past becomes the present, and an unexpected betrayal comes to light. Fight or flight kicks in, and Marina's uncertainty fills the space between her friends and family alike. When old lies become new truths, Marina is forced to remove her rose-colored glasses and see the world for what it truly is. Will she remain in the safety of her chrysalis or emerge and learn to fly? And I believe that circles around the butterflies and
Oh, okay, okay.
tattoo. I just love how it all comes. Anyway, deception and betrayal are on the horizon in this release. And the second book, just not to give away too much. In the second one, Marina's blindsided by the betrayal of someone really close to her, and now she has to decide how to proceed. In this book, she finds out what her brothers and her best friend are really into, the business that they're really into, the family business.
Okay.
And it's because of this betrayal that happens with this close friend. She's finally brought into the fold, and learns about that family business. The family has to make some decisions that she doesn't sit well with, but because of the situation, she has to comply. She's a real strong character. I got a little flustered with the back and forth a little bit between the characters trying to decide be together, be not together.
Oh yeah.
But outside of that, I understood, the why Econ, the main character, why he was so resistant, because of the promise that he made to her sister that had passed away. So and he came to find out that that promise was made under some false pretenses. It wasn't really like a real promise. Crazy. So there's like in this book, I can't even tell you. There's the friendship, Marina and her her family, and her friends are like ride or die. Let me take my earrings off and figure this out for you type of thing.
Okay, which I love.
Outspoken, like that one friend that will tell it to you straight and no chaser. There's always the love aspect is there. I wrote, even though it's very indecisive in the beginning, there is betrayal, deep betrayal. There is some kidnapping in here. There is some torturing going on. There is just, and I told you, 160 pages, and it just
that's a lot to going on for.
It gets in there, and it gets. I mean, you got your alpha men, the strong women. It's certainly a page turner, and I didn't even mean to go into the second book, but I just had to find out, like, because the first book, unfortunately, is a cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
So I had to do two. So
I had to go in there to see what.
But I'm glad I did it, and I love like the theme, because the cover with the butterflies. There's all I believe the main male character calls her his butterfly or something like that.
Okay.
And it's such a theme. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's what Island is saying. It looks like a painting. It does. It's a gorgeous cover. Gorgeous.
Yeah. So it's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm adding it to my list.
You'd be done. I finished this in like a day.
Okay.
It's one of those snow days when schools were closed, and
right.
I didn't have nothing to do. So I finished it.
Then let me finish this book.
Yeah, I did.
I have so many books right now that I'm finishing up for the show, and then I have some art reads, and then for the book club, and then we got the one in I Aspire Books with Aries Sky coming up at the end of the month.
Yeah. Do you have that hard copy?
Not of the third one, of the first two.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Yep, I still need to get the third one.
Because I was thinking of getting that one in the paperback at least or something. Well, this is book 3?
Yep, this is book 3.
Ooh, okay. All right. Yep. All right. Okay. Is it necessary to do 1 and 2?
Huh?
Is it necessary?
I thought you already read them. You didn't read them?
Which one is it?
You read Love on Night 4.
Oh,
we did.
Right. Yeah.
And then the second one is Love on the Rebound.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second sister.
Right.
And then the third one is the oldest sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting them mixed up. I
Yeah,
wonder how that can
'cause I
happen.
think when we had her on the show for Love on the Ninth Floor, you had got the book when we were discussing.
No, because who did that with you? Shavana?
Mm-hmm.
Shavana did that with you. So yeah. But yeah. That should
Yep.
be
So a lot coming up. But everybody, thank you for coming out, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And again, I highly recommend Full Throttle 1 and 2. You won't be disappointed. And again, her Wine, Whiskey, and Lipstick is good as well. I still need to read the second one. I read the first one.
I know, me too. I think number 2 is, but I just might go back. Because I remember
it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I read the first one.
I remember most of it, but I just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it ended. I think that's probably where I sit with it, with the first one.
Yep, I probably can skim through the first one and just get back into that world, and then I'll be able to pick up book 2. But yeah, everybody, thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And I hope you can join me next week. I'm going to have, actually, we have 2 coming up next week. So I do need to let you know that. But if you're on the Book Bud page, if you follow the Book Bud show page on Facebook or YouTube, it'll show it. On the 9th, next Monday, we have Kimberly Brown on Where Secrets Find Solace, which I'm really, really enjoying. I'm almost done with that. And then we're going to be on for a new night that same week on Wednesday. We're going to be talking to Rashonda Tate about her book, With Love from Harlem. And I'm enjoying that one as well. So both are very good reads, and I'm anticipating good discussion. So I hope you can join us. All right. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.